Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We invite you to watch the English Chinese news on the Central Television channel of our province. Yesterday, the Central Steering Committee held a first session to review the implementation of Resolution 18 on further reforming and streamlining the organizational structure of political system for efficient and effective operation. The members of steering committee discussed and approved the steering committee's plan on implementing the arrangement and merger of provincial and communal administrative units and building a two-level political system at local level. Implementing Resolution Number 60, recently passed by 11th Central Conference. General Secretary Tolam highly appreciated the sense of responsibility of the members of the steering committee to implement resolution of 11th Central Conference. The steering committee unanimously approved a plan with 121 specific work groups linked with responsibilities and completion time frames calculated by day. The work groups are closely related. Delaying one task means delaying the whole system. The Ministry of Industry and Trade has just issued a directive on strict control of input materials used for export products to avoid risk with the U.S. trade policies. In documents sent to export industry associations, manufacturing and exporting enterprises, the Ministry of Industry and Trade recommends that units ensure that production materials meet the requirements of important countries, including quality, origin, and traceability. In addition, support members' enterprises to expand and diversify the supply of input materials for export production, limiting dependence on a single import raw material market. For export enterprises, proactively develop plans to adapt to new international trade situations. According to the United Statistics Office, in the first quarter of 2025, farmers in my province supplied the market with nearly 111,000 tons of bananas, an increase of nearly 32,700 tons compared to the same period last year. Currently, domestic tissue culture bananas are mostly exported to China. In addition, they are also exported to Korean and Japanese markets in small quantities. Of all fruit trees grown in Domnai, bananas are the crop with the largest yield, followed by rambutan, mango, and breadfruit. It is expected that if banana prices continue to remain high this year, Domnai farmers can supply over 4,000 tons of domestic and foreign markets. Top Bank Smart Domnai Vietnam Limited Company in Long Thanh District announced that, starting from early April 2025, it has increased salaries by 1 million dong per person. The basic salary will increase by 500,000 dong and the allowance will be 500,000 dong. Currently, the average incomes of workers without overtime is 7,800,000 dong per month. The company representative said that the salary increase is a benefit to recognize the contributions of workers in the past time. At the same time, it creates motivation for workers to continue to stick with and contribute more to the business. Currently, due to expanding production, the business is recruiting 1,000 unskilled workers. The main job is assembling electronic components. If overtime is worked, the income is from 10 to 13 million dong per person. According to a report of the General Statistics Office under Ministry of Finance, in the first quarter, the average monthly income of workers increased compared to the previous quarter and increased in most localities and economic sectors. By the end of first quarter, the number of employed workers nationwide reached 52 million, an increase of 532,000 people compared to the same period last year. Koikea Vietnam Company Limited in Long Đức Industrial Park in Long Thanh District is a 100% Japanese-owned company. The company currently has more than 300 employees. The other situation is constantly developing, so the jobs and incomes of workers are always guaranteed. This is one of the 10 enterprises that have just been surveyed by the Institute for Strategic Studies and the Labor and Trade Union magazine under the Vietnam General Confederation of Labor on the situation of building the working class and ensuring sustainable employment for employees in enterprises. Mr. Naoji Ishii, Chairman and Factory Director, Khoi Kea Vietnam Limited Company in Lâm Thành District, Đông Nam Province said, by expanding production, we have increased product output, meeting the need for two shifts and higher production costs. At the same time, there are additional shift allowances and overtime opportunities to meet the needs of improving the lives of employees. Mr. Phạm Minh Hoàng, Chairman of the Trade Union of Khoi Kea Vietnam Limited Company in Lâm Thành District, Đông Nam Province said, the company has foreign orders. The COVID epidemic still has goods and can retain human resources after COVID. According to General Statistics Office under the Ministry of Finance, the average income of workers in the first quarter of 2025 is $8,300,000 per month, an increase of $131,000 compared to the fourth quarter of 2024, and an increase of $720,000 compared to the same period in 2024. The unemployment rate among working-age people has decreased. In the first quarter, businesses need to recruit more than 26,000 workers. Mr. Nguyễn Quốc Phong, Chairman of Trade Union of Starlight Company Limited in Trảng Bom District, Đông Nam Province said, in 2025, the factory has good orders, and by the second quarter, it will be full. This is also a good sign. Mr. Phan Tới Thọ Hiệp, Chairman of Trade Union of Tokin Electronic Company in Vinh Hòa City, Đông Nam Province said, up to this point, we have had many customers coming to evaluate and visit the factory, and the second quarter it will continue to develop. According to labor experts, although the economy has many fluctuations in the second quarter of 2025, the labor market picture continues to have many price sparks.